Hello, hello, hello. My name is Jasmine, and welcome to my channel if it's your first time watching or not, whatever. I will be referencing and reading from my recent Substack article. Being okay with your imperfections triggers those who can't accept their own. So, pretty much, um, this is just something, this is like a really short, this is really short story time and something that helped me realize something about myself and about other people. And if you would like to pretty much read, if you would like to read about it, it's very short. It's on my Substack, but I'm also just gonna kind of like talk about the same thing anyways, just in a free way. So essentially, I woke up late for work last Saturday. You know what I mean? And it wasn't really it was my fault because my alarm did not go off because I forgot to set it um for Saturday because the previous Saturday I called into work and before I called off, I set my alarm off. That way I wouldn't be woken up. And I pretty much forgot to set it for the next week, you know. So I unfortunately woke up very late and by an hour and a half, I wake up, I roll over, I realize that it's past my time to be there. I immediately notify who I'm supposed to notify to let them know, like, hey, I'm gonna be here. I woke up late. Unfortunately, my alarm didn't go off, but I'm getting ready and I'll be on my way shortly. So I tell him that, and then I get dressed and start getting ready, whatever. And as I'm getting ready, I'm still not rushing, even though I'm late. I understand that I made a mistake, but I'm not. I don't feel terribly bad about the fact that I'm late. Things happen, but I don't feel the need to rush and just panic. I just feel the need to move with enough urgency to get there in a timely, not even a timely manner because I was late anyways. So, just move urgently because I still care. My job is really cool. It's a part-time job. I have a really good work-life balance. It's an enjoyable and fun job, and I get to engage and interact with people whenever I can, and I usually get really good customer satisfaction when I'm there. So it does make being there even more worth it. And it's actually really cool to be there. It's a very busy environment and pretty much like a tourist attraction, right? So it's really cool. You see all kinds of people all the time. I work in a super big city. So, boom, I get in the car, I get to my job. I put my lunch in the refrigerator and then I go to the department I'm supposed to be at and I speak with my lead for that day and I tell her, I apologize. I woke up late, my alarm, da 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 da. And she's like, it's okay. I understand as long as you're here, whatever. She's a really cool, like, woman to work with. She doesn't make me feel weird. I don't know if she's really so chill because she really is a chill person or because maybe the job is just desensitized her so she just really don't what I mean, like shows as much like expression, but she's always cool, she's chill, so I like working with her. So boom, she tells me where I'm supposed to be, and I go to the specific spot I'm supposed to be at, which is where someone else currently is because we rotate every hour. We rotate spots or whatever because being in an 8-hour shift in one spot would be too crazy. So we rotate, where we're supposed to be at. So I go to the spot that I'm supposed to be, and there is this coworker that is there, and she's someone that I have made up in my mind. Like, I don't enjoy working with her, and because I know that, I told myself I'm gonna keep my interactions with you like really minimal. I told myself, I'm not going to talk to her unless it has anything to do with actually working, like with the work duties that we have, job related things. I don't want to talk about anything outside of work or really engage with you that much because I just don't like how she acts. I don't like her personality. I feel like she does too much with certain things, and she's rubbed me the wrong way a couple times. So, just out of just trying to be professional, I just, will engage like I'm supposed to, but I'm not gonna overdo it or whatever. So I get to where she is so that I could tell her to go to her designated spot. She's like, "How are you?" Like, you know what I mean? It's the spot that I'm at, guests are now walking in, and you have to tell them their directions, or they're just gonna be looking at you like, what are we like, or they're just gonna walk by you if you don't acknowledge them or whatever. And I'm pretty good at multitasking. Cool, whatever. So I'm telling the guests like, hey, just a second. And then she's trying to have a whole conversation with me. And I'm just like, she's really trying to pry in my business because she's nosy as fuck and she knows that I'm late. Everybody freaking knows that I'm late. Actually, I wasn't just late. It was also some other people called in, so they were already short, before I even got there. It's a very the department that department requires a certain amount of people for it to run smoothly. So it does definitely impact like the work if certain people aren't there. However, or if a certain amount of people are not there, but they always pull from like another department to help this department out. So I mean, no, they don't want to do that, but they will do it. You know what I mean? So it's just like, there's people here. It's just y'all are short of staff a little bit today, and I'm here. So great. I don't want to talk to this person. Okay. I don't want to talk to you unless it has to do with the job. Her asking me, how are you? Was me knowing she's trying to pry in my business because she knows that I'm late. And it's like, okay, like, so instead of asking, like, what she really is thinking, like, is like, where have you been? What happened? I don't owe you that information. I don't know you like that. You're literally a coworker. I already told the person that needed to know what happened. You know what I mean? Like, I already acknowledged the leave me the fuck alone. Like, stop. And she's not a mean lady. She's not, you know what I mean? It's just she's not really disrespectful, but she does like I just don't like how I just don't like her. I don't like her. I don't like her. Right? So I didn't appreciate the fact that she was trying to pry. So she was like, you missed this morning. And I was like, oh, for real, really? And I don't care. I'm not trying to engage because if I did miss something, then you would just say what it was that I missed. But what she really is wanting me to do is like acknowledge the fact that one, I was late, apologize probably to her and be like, oh my God, I feel so terrible. Like I just showed up here. Da, da, da. It's like I walked in smoothly and I told her, hey, we can rotate now. But no, she didn't want to really like, she didn't like that. I could tell she didn't like the fact that I was able to just walk in and just not feel shame and humility about the fact that I'm showing in 2 hours late, or she's not getting some type of reasoning or excuse in her mind as to why I am late. So she's trying to pry in my business. And then whatever. I'm at work. I'm not even really trying to think about you. Just get out my face, bro. So an hour goes by, it's time to rotate again. It's one of those days where she happens to be the person that I have to keep going to throughout the day. So there's that. But it's cool because I already made up in my mind out of protecting my own energy. Like I'm not about to interact with you. I don't even really want to talk to my coworkers, bro. Like I don't. For real. I really don't. Finally is like what happens? Yeah, so I see her immediately when I start walking to the area I'm supposed to be in, and I'm not gonna lie, she's pretty bubbly and like kind of charismatic and talkative, and she just be da da da. I'm not gonna lie, she one of them people that's like annoying, but like I don't think that they know that they're annoying, or maybe they do know that they're annoying, but they don't give a fuck, and they just be, it's like you just let her do what she does. She's a very high performer. She's really good at her job, but there are certain aspects about her I don't like, so that's why I'd be keeping my distance, right? But every now and then she is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's just what it is to be a human. It's like some people you could really not like somebody, but then you could acknowledge like actually these are some cool qualities that you do have. Whatever. She points out this main attraction that we have that's usually hiding, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Cool, whatever. So I'm walking with her back to the desk and the table that she's about to be working at, and I'll be there in the next hour or two, but I'm only walking over there so I can put my stuff down because I know that I'm about to have to walk around and watch and make sure that the guests are following the rules, and I'm going to be engaging with them every now and then, and I don't want to hold my stuff. So we always put our stuff at the table. If we have like a water bottle or a book or whatever, we put it over there. So cool. I put my stuff down, and she's going to be at that table working. There's this door that she leaves open. That's a metal door attached to the table or whatever. So I walk into it, and my knee hits it, and it makes this loud ass noise because it's metal, you know what I mean? But it's a very light door, so it doesn't hurt my knee. You know what I mean? Like it just sounded loud, but it didn't hurt at all. So I carry on doing what I'm doing, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And then I was just like, I just so happened to hit my knee on a door. And then she was like, "Oh no, like I meant like, are you okay? Like, are you hurt?" But bitch, that's not what the fuck you meant. You was trying to play me. You were trying to like insist that like there was something wrong with me because of this thing that just happened or whatever, like I was off or like I was just, you know what I mean? When I'm so calm, cool and collected today, like my nervous system is so chill to where I'm just like, bitch, there's nothing going on. Like you're making shit up in your head because you know that I walked up in this motherfucker 2 hours late, and it make you is making you feel some type of way. But that's not my problem. So after she was like, "No, I was just trying to see if you were okay, like if you were hurt." That's not what the fuck she was trying to do. So I just walk away and I do what I'm supposed to be doing, right? But yeah, I didn't like that shit. Because her tone was so condescending and passive aggressive. And honestly, I wish that in the moment I would have like responded differently. You know what I mean? Like in a what do you mean? Like why wouldn't I be okay? Or like like what and you know what I mean? Like why are you asking me that? Like because it wasn't not out of concern for pain. It was out of concern for like you trying to play me. So I do what I'm doing. The day goes by. The day was weird already. People, I was late. Two people didn't come. Other occurrences happened that were just weird that you really could not control. That had nothing to do with people. It had everything to do with like you know, um, just like things that you really can't control. Like if a glass breaks, a glass breaks. If something happens, something has. Like these are things that, you know what I mean. No one's fault. It's just happening. So then at the end of the day, um, usually we we don't really have a meeting, but the lead will just be like, "So you guys did great, whatever, you're free to go." And this time it was different because today was pretty weird. So everyone was just talking about and expressing their feelings like, yeah, like this was an interesting day. Like we didn't expect all these things to happen, and like a whole bunch of uh, complaining, whatever. And cool. I'm listening to everybody, and then I go and I tell my lead, I'm like, and then you only started with 4 people. Everybody can hear me say that. And she was like, yeah, like it was. She was just like, yeah, but I'm still glad that you showed up. You know what I mean? And then the coworker that I don't like, the one that I told myself like I do not want to, you know what I mean? The same one that I've been talking about this whole time. She's like, yeah, and Jasmine's just like, I don't even want to be here. Like, bitch, shut your ass up. Like, that's not like I didn't like the fact that she said that shit. But once again, it was one of those moments where I'm just like, bitch, I'm not even it's like, bitch, stop having the audacity to like even I don't like when people speak for me. Like I don't like when people try to assume like what things are. Like I don't like when people try to act like because I'm not doing what they want me to do, they're trying to make it seem like I'm this type of person, like I'm fucking lazy or like you know what I mean? Like I don't have the same amount of like um, you know, tenacity as you at your fucking job. So you're trying to project onto me that I didn't want to be here when that's not the case, bitch. If I didn't want to be here, bitch, I wouldn't have came. Please believe. And I honestly hate that I didn't respond the way I wanted to respond. And I think it's because it was so fucking it was the end of the day, all that shit, you know what I mean? I was letting so much like shit miss me and I was actually having a pretty chill day. But I did notice all the weird shit that was happening. So I was just like my response was like, well, I was gonna come regardless, but that still was not a good response in my opinion. That was just like it was like me trying to respond, but like me like you know what I mean? Like it was just like, bitch, shut up. Like, why are you even talking to me? Why are you even mentioning me? Like, leave me the fuck alone. And yeah. So she gets under my skin. I do not like this person. And what else can I say? Like, but I also realized that my demeanor being so chill and just coming in and just being like, yeah, I'm late, but I'm here because I know that whatever I choose to do, whatever happens, happens and that becomes the past. But the way my mind is set up is like, whatever I do in the next moment after something happens, after a mistake happens, that moment matters more than, you know what I mean? Like, the previous like the mistake that just happened. So what I do in the next moment matters all the more. So I still showed the fuck up. But what this person was trying to do without them even really having anything to speculate about, I gave them nothing. They don't know shit. They just know that I came late and I didn't make a big deal out of it. I didn't fucking tell her shit. I didn't over explain any fucking thing to any fucking body. And it made her view me as a specific type of person, and it's just like, but you don't even like deserve for me to even fucking like tell you anything. Two, one, you don't deserve that, and two, like you want me to feel this humility, you want me to feel like this guilt, you want me to feel this shame for fucking showing up 2 hours late, like I affected your fucking day when I didn't. You know what I mean? Like where is this animosity towards the motherfuckers that didn't even come in to work? You know what I mean? Like where is this animosity? Like, bitch, stop. You know what I mean? Like, and it'd be small shit. Like, you might think you might listen to this and be like, oh, like, she didn't really do nothing. It's just like, but she did though. Like, it's the subtle shit. Everything is subtle. And no, I don't have to respond and be bothered by it, but it's the fact that I'm aware of what she was trying to do. And I think that's the bigger picture. It's like, I know what she's trying to infer. I can sense what she's trying to do. I know what she's trying to like pull out of me. It's not going to happen because I don't feel that. Check out the article because it's some dialogue in there and it's pretty cool. I think you'd like it. Okay, so I do want to read this part. I do want to read this part. Oh shit. So I've had enough jobs to know that when I show up, I will be executing a good work ethic, be a real team player by doing my best to focus on my job without overdoing myself. I don't believe anymore in worrying and stressing if I really shouldn't. If I see a problem I can fix, I do it. Simple. If I can help my team, I do it. No hesitation. I'm also way better at reading people and protecting my energy. And the workplace is one of the main places that you have to practice doing so while still maintaining professionalism. My demeanor can confuse and bother people because I don't do the theatrics for my presence to be known or appreciated. I show up confidently but quietly. I don't need to compensate by over explaining shit. You will see because I believe in showing more than telling. Anyways, I also learned that I need better ways of telling people to fuck off. And at this point, I'm not really concerned about how socially accepting it sounds. It's okay for me to express I don't like you, whether it be physically or verbally. No, I don't want to make enemies, but I also am not here to enable someone being disrespectful.